All right. Well, yeah, you're good to go. Start out. I'll just go around and then. It's fine.
Check, check. What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? Let me fix the CQ.
All right, what's your artist name again? On-prem.
This is on-prem, everybody. Give it up. First time playing Freq Boutique, right? Yeah, holy shit. Is this your first time playing modular set out or no? First time playing modular set out. I'm coming out. But holy shit, that was crazy. I loved your set. And first song was really cool. Just came out of the gate swinging. And I was curious about like vocal samples and just a little bit about like preparation. I see you have the Apex here. So that's a sequencer that is kind of designed around prepping. So like how what's it like? Just tell us a little bit about your modular and then what's it like sequencing on here to write the songs, because it's obvious that they're written, right?
Yeah. So I mean, it's a challenge. The third song I actually just did yesterday, so that was kind of quick. But yeah, I mean, it takes a lot of preparation. You have to think just about each part and slowly like form what you're going to do in an idea. As far as the samples, that was like I found some stuff on Tracklib,
Nice.
and was just pulling stuff up there and throwing it into some tracks and just.
Is that on the Bitbox then?
Yeah,
Okay.
all the samples are in the Bitbox. That's all it's being used for was really the vocal samples. I did have one pad on it too.
What are the drums coming from?
So all the drums are coming from the QD.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm using the QD for the drums, and I got a Kikane up here that I'm using
Nice.
because I could throw some side chain on it too with it. So I have that, and then all the bass.
Yeah, I'm gonna get another cable. Just keep
So I think the bass line, all the bass lines coming from the Basel Pizza. And which you just told me how to use better, which is good. And then the piano sounds are coming from the pianophonic, and then I have a polycinematic too, doing some other.
Oh, is that what the big chords
Yeah,
was?
the big chords are all the polycinematic.
Wow.
And then some of the high stuff is either coming from the oxy, or I was also pulling it from the warp chord too. So I was using the warp chord. And then I just have effects, with a chronoblob and a Desmodius doing reverb.
Cool.
But the main thing that's kind of weird is I'm using a Pamela's Pro Workout, but I'm using it in a weird way. I'm actually just using it as LFOs. So
Right,
I basically put 8 LFOs that I could make stuff move around with. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, it's just a lot of preparation on the OpEx, and I really like it because I can use it with my other gear too outside of just modular in the studio.
Cool. All right, we're gonna switch this out.
We're now using a 300-foot long microphone cable, so that's cool. Mixer. So you've got the new noise engineering mixer. I'm just so used to saying the word WMD with mixer. It's crazy. Everybody's coming out with new mixers. I'm excited about that. It's great. So you've got synths and returns going to your effects with this guy. And then are you using any the scenes and stuff like that, or are you just performing with it? No.
No, I'm just performing.
Okay.
Just performing on it. Then I put the cocaine, and then I have a cutoff filter. I put that in the chain, so I'm actually running the master out through that,
Yeah.
and then back out to.
Oh, that's Icarus. Yeah.
Yeah, the Icarus.
Cool.
So I'm doing that.
Awesome.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for playing, man. Give it up one more time, everybody. This is Adam Kemp. First Freq Boutique, first performance ever. That is what this is all about. If you're interested in playing at Freq Boutique, all you got to do is sign up at ColoradoModularSynthSociety.com. It is a super fun time. It's all about support, and don't be intimidated by all the amazing performances up here, because everybody's got to start somewhere. And really what this event is about is just learning how to set your stuff up, practicing tearing down, practicing setting up, and coming out and then playing in front of people. So if you want to play, talk to me, talk to anybody out here. Lots of good tips. And we've got lots more performers. Don't go anywhere. We've got food back there from Horse and Tiger. Make sure to grab some food. Take care of bartenders. We'll be right back. Peace.
Okay, turn on some tunes. That is not a podcast. No, it's all good. I'm sorry, I fucked up your recording.
My recording?
Yeah, apparently, or unfortunately, I did not plug in the mixer to the computer. So you got camera, everyone said it sounded okay, but it sounded like there was a camera in the room, but they were just listening to the MacBook picking it up, so I apologize.
That's okay. I can record something in master.
Yeah, totally, yeah.
Adrian, nice to meet you. Jason, yeah. Yeah, you too, man. Stoked to hear you play. He said.
Input. Forgot about that. What is up, everybody? How you guys doing? You know, it's been a quiet night. Let's give it up for Echo Vocation. Thank you all for being here. This is Freq Boutique. We really appreciate you coming out on a Tuesday night. And yeah, thank you so much for playing. This was awesome. As far as what you've got going on, I see you got a computer here, and when I was like bringing up the sound, you were like, it's going to get louder in a second. So that made me wonder, do you have like a pre-planned set that's like 15 minutes long? You press play on it and it goes through, and you're kind of doing the effects plus playing the violin, which we're going to talk about in 1 second. Or like, are you controlling the computer, or what's going on with the relationship between the computer and the modular, and what's the module that's doing that?
Yeah, so basically I have kind of a pre-programmed arrangement tonight. I have some MIDI events in Logic, sending some MIDI notes to the palette case, and then I have the Erica Synths matrix mixer here, so I'm sending MIDI program changes to change the routing of various audio and some of the switch activating gates. But yeah, I just kind of set a loop region in Logic, started before that, and let it come back and loop that section, so it would be roughly 15 minutes.
And then did you say the module that you're using with that?
Yeah, the matrix mixer is really the main thing that does all the routing, and then it's the built-in case that does the MIDI interpretation.
Cool, awesome. And then tell me a little bit about the violin and what you've got, what's going on there. Is one thing we noticed that it looked like it had more strings than a normal violin. So tell us about that, and then what you're affecting it with, please.
Good eye. It's a 5-string violin. I'm a viola player, so it's a 5-string viola. But basically, we're running that through the 4MS dual looping delay and some other effects. And then basically, a lot of those stuttery left-right kind of hocketing things are through the sequential switches. Yeah, that's most of it. Doing a little bit of reverb on the MFX module, and then that's kind of giving it a little bit of that resonant characteristic that a acoustic violin would have, or viola.
Yeah, nice, awesome. Cool. Well, thank you so much for playing. Give it up one more time, Echo Vocation, everybody. Yeah, so keep sticking around. We got lots more performers. It's going to be a super fun night. If you haven't gotten food, get food. Horse and Tiger. Awesome burgers. The most unique burger you'll ever have, at least with the way it looks. It's pretty tight. And good noodles, good rice, good everything. So just do it. Take care of bartenders. Take care of yourselves. We'll be right back. Everybody on the stream and everybody here, I'm going to do some like tests for the live stream, so just, ignore me talking to. I might have messed something up that would make it louder for y'all, but I have no idea. Check. Okay, I think that should be good. All right, music coming in 30 seconds.
Carbon is another simple substance, from the union of which with oxygen springs carbonic acid. It cannot by any means yet discovered being split up and divided into other substances. So we must think a little about carbon.
Enemy Sender, y'all. Give it up. All right. A little bit different of a rig, a little bit bigger. I was really, oh man, yeah. Everybody's got that tonight, the Oxy Coral. I was really curious in the very beginning of your set, you had this like almost like vocal-ish filter kind of thing. It was like, I just thought it was a format filter on an oscillator, but it was rhythmic and it was really interesting. So I was curious what that was because it kind of sounded like it morphed into acid, but I don't know if it was the same voice.
Well, if you're talking about, I had a vocal sample going. Oh, okay. I very carefully recorded myself reciting yoga mantras in Hindi, and I don't speak Hindi. It was really, really hard. And I put that all together in like a slice, and so that's like a key step is kind of like driving slices, random syllables of this Hindi yoga mantra, and filtering that and whatnot.
So that's what kind of sounded throaty.
Maybe, although I also had like a monosynth patch with a low-pass filter. That might have been that too.
What's the acid baseline voice?
That's the generative sampling an LFO at a 16th note, playing that with FM operators made up of 2 legions and 2 javelins. Okay. So that's the acid baseline, and I've got like 2 knobs on Volterra that I can control, like how far they go up and down and at what range. So that's all generative, and I have a little button that resets the LFO. I had to buy an LFO that's resettable so that I can have the pattern like repeat every bar, or just let it go free if I turn that off.
Is that quantized then?
It is quantized. It's a Modbox sample and hold at a 16th note going into Architect just as a scale quantizer.
Cool, nice.
Yeah, to like right now most of the notes of a Phrygian scale.
Beautiful. Phrygian is a good scale for techno. It's great. And we've got the WMD drums in here. Is that the main drums?
Yeah.
Okay. And and then you had some like world drum loops. That's all coming from Bitbox. Okay, sweet. And then tell me about the Oxy Coral and what you're using that for.
Oh, I'm just getting started. I just got it. I used it a little bit here and there as like an arpeggiator voice, but it's like 8-voice polyphonic. It's eight mutable instruments plats. So the goal is to maybe get rid, and I bought an Oxy one too that I've just started to learn. So the goal is to get rid of this stuff maybe and just have the Oxy one and then use the Coral for all the stuff, that monosynthy stuff that I'm doing. Nice, cool. Yeah.
I met Manu from, I think that's his name. Man, that's not his name. Shit. Manuel. Manu is Bafako. I met Manuel at in Bristol, and he's a very nice guy. So I totally support anyone supporting Oxy, because it's a cool company. Dude is fucking awesome and really gives a shit. So, yeah. Give it up one more time for Enemy Cinder. That's my rant about people that I meet when I go on trips. All right, so Michael is doing I'm going to call it a talk at DU. So Michael is the music director. Yeah, I'm going to let him talk because I'm going to just butcher it.
So Bad Snacks, you may know Bad Snacks. I know her because I watched a bunch of her Ableton videos over COVID when I had nothing else to do. She's badass. She plays violin, does live performance. So Bad Snacks is going to be this Thursday at 4 o'clock at DU, Newman Center for the Performing Arts, in the big 800-seat concert hall. She's doing a workshop and a little bit of a performance, and free, open to the public. And then that night, her and LP Giobbi are playing at the Gothic, and it's just going to kill. So you need to come and check this out. Talk to me if you're interested, and then think about going to see them at the Gothic.
He's got at least 6 flyers here, so there's at least 6 people here, so he should walk home with 0 flyers. So come up to Michael, grab a flyer. Yeah, give it up one more time, Enemy Cinder. Give it up for your bartenders. Let's go. Come on. Fort Greene, let's go. Fort Greene is also having a rad show this Saturday, and it's a benefit for Fort Greene, so come out. It's going to be fun. If you want to know more info, talk to them. We've got a good DJ playing. He's playing like 6-hour set. It's going to be super fun. So if you have nothing going on Saturday, or you're only planning on doing after hours stuff on Saturday, come here before because it's going to be a fun time. And I think, yeah, they're going to have food and everybody's going to be here. It'll be fun times. Okay, we'll see you guys in just a minute. Don't go anywhere. We got plenty more performers. Peace.
Check. Check. 1, 2. Check. 1, 2. 1, 2. Check. Check. Yo. Check. A bent crown, the tilted death of a nothing cycle. Something vital, caught dry in the gear of a throat's primal. Little is kept, nested secrets slip from encoded breath. The last step, lungs collect and lungs eject. What's important, capital infected, all that you thought, the pennies you cough. Wishing wells keep all that you forgot. A long shot, frozen fragments of all the pieces that you have bought. Okay. Thanks.
You hear all right?
Yeah, that was good.
Odin Relic, everybody. All right, so everything we've got up here, we've got a plates with a metal panel, and then everything else is wooden panels with laser etched graphics. We've got what I believe, is that an ornament crime or no?
No.
Okay, cool. And then I have no idea what this is, and I know that you built most of this, if not all of it, so tell me about it.
Yeah, that's this guy, Platts, and the mic mechanic are the only things that aren't like homemade DIY things. So like the sequencer down here is sequencing. This is like this sample drum is like a 3-channel drum sample player I made. There's like pitch control and stuff, and more drums coming from this guy, which is a thing I'm hopefully gonna sell soon. It's like a little drum sequencer touch slider thing. A lot of like the glitch stuff I was doing was on that.
Okay.
The effects, and then yeah, this thing it is a sequencer, but I'm mostly just using it to play Platts directly, and everything is just being looped. So I just have one voice that's just Platts going into effects and then into a looper.
Holy shit.
So yeah, I'm gonna do more voices probably. I'm gonna actually build my own oscillator, or maybe a couple, and yeah, have everything sequenced instead of having to play everything live. It's a little nerve-wracking trying to do that, but.
Tell me a little bit about your sequencer.
So it's 4 channels, CV and gate. The last channel has 3 tracks of gate, and I'm using those mostly for the drums.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm actually in the process right now of rebuilding this whole thing, because I just don't like how big it is, and also I'm gonna do like different colored LEDs and stuff. But
are these like
yeah,
the ADA fruit buttons right now? Or?
Yeah, these are like the trellis, but there's like the mono trellis. So I have like the
Okay.
neo trellis, which has the different colors. So yeah, you can select the 4 different tracks. I have like that selects your key in major and minor, and then this will do like a clock split right there, or like a clock divide and multiply. So yeah, I'm mostly just using track 1 and playing Platts, and then track 4 is all these different drum sequences that I'm loading, like 3 different or 4 different drum sequences. So it's like the drum sequencer part of it. So yeah, it's all kind of like random right now. One of the reasons I'm rebuilding it is because nothing really makes sense how it's laid out. Like you can turn on an arpeggiator, but then like this is the arpeggiator time, so it's going to be completely laid out differently. But yeah, I'm just building that right now. It's a big project to do.
Dude, that's awesome. I mean, that's how it goes, right? Like every time like you make a new thing, it's
right.
You have to play with it and
Yep.
figure out
Yeah.
like what doesn't make sense, and like prototyping that's what it's all about.
Yep.
Everyone always gives me shit for using prototypes live, and I'm like, how else are we gonna make it
Exactly.
like,
Yeah.
right? And then yeah, for what? Tell me what this is.
That's
this little box.
just an effects processor I threw together. It's for my vocals.
Okay.
So what all like the glitch sounds were. It's just like a short buffer that is like constantly recording, and it's clocked with MIDI, and it just flips it. It's actually, this is on the Daisy Seed.
Sick.
And it's all stock Daisy shit. Like it's got a delay, a reverb, a filter, or not a filter, but an input with a drive on it.
Nice.
And then the stock looper that's built into it. I just started messing with recording, and then you can like flip it and halftime it. So it's just constantly doing that.
Yeah.
There's like a coin toss every time a MIDI comes in, a MIDI pulse, and then it says, hey, am I gonna flip? Am I gonna? So yeah,
Sick.
it ends up kind of being like microcosmy, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
It was kind of an unintended thing, but.
And then this is a looper that you built.
Yeah, so it's got all these like. This you can clock with MIDI, which I was during the set, but then I pulled it out at the end. But yeah, it's got 8 different loops you can record to. Each one has volume and pan, although I'm just using the 1 channel out right now, just because my mixer doesn't have. And then it has, you can be like synced or not synced. The end bit that was all ambient was supposed to be not synced, but I forgot to do it. So when it's not synced, all the loops are just independent, so you can just record, stop whenever, and they'll just keep drifting in and out with the other ones. Yeah, and you can load and save songs too.
Is that one you're gonna try and sell eventually?
No, this is actually the second iteration of a looper I built, but I might actually do a third one with, I don't know.
Everyone needs a fucking looper, so
Yeah.
you should definitely do that.
I might. I mean, yeah, it's really noisy right now, which is something I need to look into. But yeah, that's on a Teensy 4.1, I think.
Okay, cool. We're running a little bit behind y'all, but if you want to come and just check out the interface design and see the stuff, just jump up here and check it out. But we're gonna move quick, so if you want to see it, get up here and do it. Give it up one more time for Odom Relic. And yeah, we'll be right back with more performers. Also, we got to say, this is his first time playing Freq Boutique, so you guys know what to do. Thank you so much. All right, we'll see you guys in a couple minutes.
stofna hljómsveit saman, bara því við vorum vinir og þannig byrjuðu Siggamennir. Það er þetta algjör brandar í raun og veru að við myndum stofna hljómsveit. Og ég man að svona það sem ég var að hugsa þegar Siggamennir voru stofnar, þetta væri eitthvað svona sem myndi, svona djók sem myndi endast í nokkra mánuði, þangað til ég myndi finna eitthvað svona framhald á kuklinu. Og ég held svona vissu leyti höfum við öll litið á það þannig, sko. Það var svona hálfgert djók, sko. En það er kannski það sem að gera það svona sérstakt. Ég held að þessi spurning lýsir nú bara mjög vel hvernig plötubransin er. Því að hver segir að tónlistamennir er að gera eins og plötufyrirtækin segja? Ég held að heimurinn fengi miklu betri tónlist ef að tónlistamenn myndi bara gera það sem er sýndist. Því í flestum tilfellum vilja þær ekki neinum neitt illt, sko. Jú, við náttúrulega, en þú náttúrulega veist úr hvers konar kringumstæðum Siggamennir við koma úr. Við komum úr Íslandi, við erum með 10 ára feril að minnstakosti að baki, þar sem við erum búin að vera að berjast í 10 ár í svona litlu smáborgarulegu þjóðfélagi eins og Reykjavík getur verið stundum. Í að vera við sjálf og fá að gera hlutina eins og við viljum, vera frekar á gramminu eða síðar smekkleysu þótt við græðum miklu minni pening á því. Við viljum frekar fá minni pening og meira sjálfstæði, vinna með öðrum hljómsveitum, gefa út aðra músík og allir fá að ráða sínu og trúum mjög svona ideológískt á það í þeim kringumstæðum gerir fólk bestu hlutir. Fólk gerir ekki góða hluti ef það er með 25 svipur á sér og þú færð ekki peningar nema að gera þetta eitthvað svona. Og þegar leið og við vorum að fá það orðspor á okkur að væri erfið, þá fengum við allt sem við vildum, sem að raun og veru bara virðing, sem að við raun og veru eigum skilið því þetta er okkar tónlist, þetta er það sem við skoðum. En við erum samt, ég held að við séum mjög saman því. Svo framarlega sem fólk fer ekki með okkur eins og tuskur. Við erum mjög saman því og flesta fólk sem við höfum unnið með í gegnum tíðina. Við ákveðum að stofna hljómsveit saman. Ég held að þessi spurning lýsir nú bara mjög vel hvernig plötubransinn er. Því að hver segir að tónlistamennir eru að gera eins og plötuverkefni segir? Ég held að heimurinn fengi miklu betri tónlist ef að tónlistamenn myndu bara gera það sem sýndist. Því í flestum tilfellum vilja þær ekki neina illt, sko. Jú, við náttúrulega veist það sko
All right, I'm going to try and do this right. TYGTRF, and then I'm going to put an extra F in there, but that's a typo, B. Because the typo is tell your God to ready for fucking blood. I think I got it right.
Yeah, that's
Close enough. Fuck. Tell your God to ready for blood, right? All right. I was just telling a friend when you first signed up, I was like, holy shit, what the fuck is this gonna be with that name? And then we booked you and you played, and it was like, holy shit, this is the perfect name for this zombie mogwai 28 days later music that you play. And I absolutely love it. And then I met you, and you're the nicest person ever. And then it made even more sense, because everything that has like the most metal name ever is like usually the nicest person. So let's give it up one time. Beautiful set. I was telling everyone it was going to be super droney, and it wasn't. So tell me a little bit about like the super glitched out drums that are going on, and what is going on there.
Yeah, so I kind of consciously wanted to do something a little different in that sense, and it's born of just fucking around with the Constellation and doing a really bad job of thinking, oh, maybe I could try to make some jungle rhythms, and not even coming close. But yeah, I don't know. I just kind of felt cool and wanted to do something different. Yeah, that's about it.
So if you don't know, Constellation is a sequencer by Acid Rain Technologies. They're out of Seattle. They make a really cool sequencer. It's 8 tracks, and it's all Euclidean rhythms. So it's all about like putting a certain amount of steps, like a step constraint. So like you're going to loop it this many times, and then you throw in this many like triggers into that step restraint. And then what it does is it tries to basically calculate what's going to be the most even step like length in between that. So if you put a bunch more steps into a short step length, you're going to get something really glitchy. If you put like 3 steps in a 16 step, you're going to get more of like a kick drum kind of like boom, boom, boom kind of pattern. And what I was wondering is, so you said that's I see that you've got the Bitbox Micro here. That's doing the drum sounds, I'm imagining, and I see the names on the drums. So there's no loops. It's all just one-shots? Yeah. Or are there drum loops?
No, there's no loops.
Okay, cool. So then when you're making it like sporadically glitchy, are you manipulating something in here? How's that happening?
So a lot of that is because not only can you have 8 tracks, but each track can have 8 patterns within it.
Oh, shit.
And so you can kind of set each of those. So you could have one be, like a 4 on the floor, and you could have the other pattern be, let's say, in 7.
Right.
And then, but it's still going to trigger that sample each time.
Yeah.
But also you can set probabilities.
Right.
And you can set ratcheting and all that sort of stuff. So it's messing with a lot of that. There's a lot of lower probabilities in some of those triggers to give it more inconsistency and not be quite as uniform.
Awesome. And then we've got the bass. Before we go into the bass, tell me a little bit about the other voices going on. The synth voices and then those beautiful vocals that you had going on.
Yeah, so a lot of that was, especially at the end, was the Mojave, which is the new granular thingamajig. And that was basically just being fed that drone from the Endless processor. And so all of the different pitches it was creating, that was all just coming from the Mojave.
Okay, cool.
So that's where a lot of that stuff was coming from towards the end. And then the vocals, there were 2 samples in the Bitbox, both from a Bjork song, and then the kind of spoken word sample was also Bjork.
Okay. And then the bass is running through a line 6 pedal. Is there anything going on in the modular, or are you just like just playing that along with what's going on in the modular?
Yeah, so at a few points, I was actually just physically unplugging and plugging cables. So especially earlier on, I was using the gate out from the Dope for Input module that creates a gate from the bass. I was using that to trigger one of the vocal samples.
Oh, cool.
And then I unplugged it, plugged in the Constellation. So at certain points I was doing that.
Cool. Yeah, it's really interesting. Like when you build a modular, like you can put in switches to like stop signals and move signals around, but you can also just fucking unplug cables and then plug other cables in, and that is just as effective and a lot of times a little bit more intuitive as the performer to just like not have to remember the patch, not have to remember what the I mean, you have to remember the patch, obviously, but you don't necessarily have to remember what everything's patched into. You can just be like, oh, yeah, when I pull this, that happens. And then you have the Soma effects module here. Tell me a little bit about what role that plays.
So that I was just using that as a delay. The delay was then going to the Aurora, and at different times with the Matrix mixer, I was feeding them different things. But the delay, I just didn't change any settings. It's just a very characterful delay. Right. It can do more than that, but that's all I was using it for. Awesome.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for playing. Give it up one more time. Of course, man. We got one more performer. Don't go anywhere. Super excited for this one. And so excited that you all came out. I mean, Freq Boutique, we're almost 7 years deep into this thing. And it is literally promoted via word of mouth. And it just means so much that y'all come out. I say it all the time. You've already probably heard me say it tonight. But this is my church. This is where I get to see all my people once a month. And get to catch up with everybody. And get to hang out and talk about what everybody's up to. So thank you so much for being a part of it. Like I say all the time, it looks like food's done, but I hope you got some. Take care of your bartenders. If you do want to play a Freq Boutique, all you got to do is sign up at ColoradoModularSynthSociety.com. And yeah, we're going to play this song. Oh, shit. I'm not connected. 1 second. We're going to play this song. Oh, it's going to take me a second to do it. Anyways, this song that I'm going to play is a song I released earlier this week, or last week, and I got an EP coming out on the 25th, so, you know, just pay attention if you want to. You know what, man? Of course you can, after I figure out what I'm doing here. But you got to stay for the last performer, so absolutely not. Can't have that shit. All right, I think it's playing now. All right, enjoy. Love you guys. One more performer. Let's go.
Wow, that was a lot. Sorry, guys. All right, give it up for Kip Schwinger, everybody. We got a giant case, and it's only half full. Is that Brian's case? It is. All right, this is the Aphonics old case. Called it out. That's why it's only half full, because it's 126 HP. 12U of it. Anyways, tell me a little bit about your system and what you've got going on. I've seen you got the B-Set Pro with the TR8, and then some modular going on. Tell me a little bit about like what the different roles are of everything.
Yeah, so the TR-8S is obviously the drums mainly, but I also have the main out from the Euro rack going through that, and then so I can use the master filter as kind of a DJ style filter and stuff like that for those transitions. BeatStep Pro is sequencing some stuff in the rack. I've got the like bell chord things are the Jasmine and Olive Trees Traffic, which is kind of like a triggered 3 CV channel preset module. So each time it receives a trigger, it switches to a different lane of 3 different CVs, and I'm using those to sequence parameters on the chord, like the voicings and the wave table, and then that's in harmonic mode, so it's actually following sort of the main bass line from the BeatStep Pro. That main baseline CV is also sequencing or being used for the bass tones, which are offset then by popcorn. So for some like variation in rhythm and pitch of the bass on top of that main bass harmonic note. So that just so the popcorn is adding fifths and octaves to the bass CV, and also providing the gates for the bass voice, which is Warp Core, which is my module that I made. And I've also got the expander here that turns it into a full voice. So yeah, that's kind of the main voices that are going on. There was also some sample, like a horn sample from the Tip Top One, and some other stuff going on too.
Cool. All right, so the Warp Core is your module. You made it. How do you got any more of those left? Are they available, or are they sold out?
They're available if you want to buy them from Schneidersladen, but you're going to pay the premium for the Euro shipping and retail. There's still some available there, mainly for the EU market, but otherwise it is sold out at the moment. I am working on figuring out how to produce them where I don't have to sit in my basement for hours and hours and hours and solder them. So that's once that happens, there'll be more of them.
Aren't we all? Okay, dope. So as far as mixing, where are you mixing everything?
Yeah, so that's all going pretty much into the Vortices mixer, which is pretty cool. Like I sometimes I love it and sometimes I don't love it. I don't love it when I'm putting like hi-hats through it because it really rolls off the highs, and I don't like that as much. But for kind of gluing stuff together, it's got some nice saturation. So for voices that are sort of like spread out-ish in the spectrum, it actually works pretty well. So I'm using that as my main mixer, and I was mainly like muting and controlling things from other places rather than at the mixer level. I kind of keep the mixer levels mostly set on this one.
Nice. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for playing. Give it up. Kip Stringer, everybody. This has been Freq Boutique. We do this every second Tuesday of the month. If you want to play at Freq Boutique, all you got to do is sign up at ColoradoModularSynthSociety.com. It's a super fun time. Supportive community, as you can tell. And like I said earlier, don't be intimidated by all of the awesome performers. Everybody has to start somewhere, and we do not care if you just want to make some FM sounds for 5 minutes into a delay, because that's how I started at Freq Boutique, was just making some FM sounds into a delay because it was fun and it sounded cool. But yeah, Fort Greene has had us for almost 7 years. Give it up to Fort Greene. Tip your bartenders. Take care of them. Everybody here is awesome. Like I said, they've got another good party happening on Saturday, so come out on Saturday if you're looking for a place to dance / just, listen to good music, drink some good cocktails. And that's it. It's fucking last call, so if you want some drinks, get them now. This is your last opportunity to get another drink. We love you all. We'll see you all next time. Peace.